Oh, hello. So a lot of guys have been asking me to do like a comparison video for Monk and Primary adapters because I've been selling both for like a while. So here we go. I'm going to sum this up in like a few sentences. One is not better than the other. That's not real. One is not a superior product. Product superiority in this does not exist. There's some slight differences, but those differences are really more dependent upon preference versus performance. But as far as performance goes, one is not going to be better than the other. Neither of these really have any leak or feeding issues. I've been selling both for maybe close to 2 years now, give or take. Tacos runs them. A bunch of my tournament buddies run them. There are a huge amount of M adapters and just overall Monk products in Northern California because mostly of Adam, but also my shop is pretty much the only one that sells this stuff in a storefront. So there's a lot of this information, and in the Bay Area also. There's a lot of really good information about both of these products coming out of Northern California, so this is a pretty good, I guess, video to watch, I reckon. I don't know. I can't recall of anyone returning either the Monk or the Primary and going, this sucks for insert reason here. No. Sometimes if there's any issues, it's usually because they installed the magazine wrong. They used the wrong magazine on their gun. So like they'd use, I don't know, like an Armor Works for like a Marui or something like that. Or their gun is actually the issue. Their HBA system is actually the issue. But as far as the adapters go, I haven't seen, to my knowledge, there's been no reported issues with either. It's just preference. You could pretty much stop watching this video right now if you want. Now I'm gonna go over what those differences are. So Monk adapters, these guys, hello, are European and 3D printed. Primary arms adapters are injection molded and made right here in the US. They're made, the company's based out of Connecticut. They make them in Connecticut, which is really cool because pretty much everything airsoft related is for the most part overseas. But Primary Arms, which is like a huge name and a huge presence in the community, is American made. I feel like no one's giving them props for that. Am I the only one that cares about that? That's just me, isn't it? Monks are usually a little bit more expensive. So let's say for like a TM high cap, you can expect to pay about 100 to 130 through their website. I can't remember off the top of my head what we sell them for. I think we sell them for like 170. The Monks are going to be more expensive for Americans because of shipping for the most part, because it comes from overseas. I think they're usually in that. I don't think I sell them for 130 or for 170. I don't know. Anyway, probably. Who knows? Primaries are usually going to be around like the $90 mark. I don't think I've seen anyone sell primary adapters for, at least for Tokyo Marui high kappas, for above 90, really at $90. I don't think I've ever seen it hit that like that $100 mark. Usually like that $90 to $95 mark retail. Monks do not have MP5 adapters. So this Primary Arms adapter, this is for a Glock or an AAP01, would use an MP5 mag. I don't know if anyone cares about that, but because I think I've only sold maybe 1 or 2 of these. Like trying to find dudes that prefer the MP5 mags over the M4, like that's real, bro. That's like niche within, like if there's 100 dudes on the field, maybe one of them has that, but probably not. So there's that. But for the most part, both of these are gonna be running M4 mags. Monks only run M4 mags because I've never honestly seen, these are also tournament driven. I've never seen anyone in a Speed QB tournament or CSL or NSL, I've never seen anyone not use a pistol adapter with an M4. So like, I've never seen this at a Speed QB final. I'm sure it's there, but I've never seen it, especially compared to like how many dudes conversely are using the M4 magazine systems. I just haven't seen there. If you're running the Monk, I really try and recommend them for snake players because the angle is going to come down more, so which is going to allow, especially guys in the snake that like to get real low and almost put their forearm on the ground kind of low, like urban prone style. You can get a lower profile with an M adapter than you can with the primaries, because once the M4 sits in here, it's going to add about, I don't know, like meh. So you can only get so low before you have to start rotating your gun around. So if you're like a snake player, yeah, you're gonna want the M adapter. I'm gonna be real. If that's your thing. I've seen backfielders and rushers or midfielders or whatever they call them. I've seen guys play the backfield with M adapters. It's fine. But I mean, honestly, at that point, your high cap is outperforming most AEGs anyway. So I feel like it doesn't really matter. It's kind of a moot point. The one thing I have seen, it's really dependent upon your flared magwell. So we had a guy come in and he bought all this cool stuff, and this is a Glock adapter, by the way. So he had it seated and everything, but we couldn't get it to actually seat in because this angle right in here was bumping against the back part of his, I just flipped everyone up, whatever, fuck you, was bumping against the back part of his mag plate. So I had my guy Dremel this part, like Dremel a huge centerpiece out in here, and it wasn't going unless he wanted just to straight up drill like up the center of his magwell. So instead I just gave him, this dude dropped like close to $2,000 in my store. So I just gave him like a lower profile cow one, and he was super happy with it, and it fit in with no issue. That's really the only thing that I've actually seen, is that sometimes with some magwells that are flared out to an extent, depending on how wide or how deep that flare goes, it will bump into this, and you might have to either Dremel it or trade your magwell out. That's honestly it, bro. That's it. You can do a blindfold test right now, right? I could put one in each hand. You're not gonna notice your gun shooting differently. You're not gonna, you might notice maybe a little bit in weight distribution, maybe because of the angle the magazine goes, but I mean, they're mid caps, they're made of plastic. If you go, I don't like the magazine because it makes it too heavy, you got bitch wrists. I'm gonna say it. Skinny ass needs to work out more. But there's really never been anyone that's approached me with the argument and said, this adapter is superior to the other adapter because of these specific points that are limited to the adapter. That's not real. I've had guys go, oh, this monk sucks, it won't fit in my magazine. Well, let me see what you used. Oh, dumbass, you used the wrong kind of magazine. That's why. Whatever. That's it. That's it. This is what, 18 minute or an 8-minute video? Okay, bye-bye.